This video is made possible by the following sponsors. Make sure to check out their awesome products in the links below. Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome back to R Factor 2 for another video. Now, as you can probably guess by what you can see on screen, I'm going to be taking a crack at the world's fastest gamer competition as organised by Studio 397 and McLaren. Now, I mentioned this competition the other day in my R Factor 2 video at Suzuka with the McLaren, and I wanted to really see where I stand. As it is, the top 20 lap times go through to the next round of competition. I really don't expect to be in the top 20, to be honest. My goal is to get within the top 100, but I've not driven a lap of this circuit yet with this car. So what you're going to be seeing is my progression in terms of my first lap and how I go searching for time. So I thought that itself could be an interesting video. As you can guess by the box on my head, I'm going to be doing this in VR. My first time recording VR in RF2, so hopefully that goes alright as well. Yeah, and as I said, the top 100 is about where I'm going to be aiming for in this competition. So I'm going to go check out the standings and see what sort of time you've got to put in to get into that top 100. Interesting to see the fastest time has actually been done by Nicodem. He actually did GT Academy back in the day. He drives in VEC as well. Actually drove for JHR at Le Mans last season. He's currently leading the series with a 1:57.1. And to get into the top 100, I've got to do a 1:58.5. So just over 1.5 seconds off the top. Casper Stoltz is someone that I've raced before as well. Lars Brugman in there as well. Lots of really big high-end names here. So even the top 100, I think, is going to be a bit of a stretch. Okay, so here we are on the server, and I think I'm recording. I've got no way of telling right now because my second monitor isn't actually currently working. And we are in the private qualifying session for McLaren's World's Fastest Gamer at Silverstone. Now, I've stolen a setup off Mr. Bailey. I guess I'll go run a couple of laps now, give you guys, well, an idea what it's going to be like driving round in this McLaren round here, and maybe what sort of times I think are going to be achievable in the first 10 minutes or so. Well, here we are in the pit lane then. Just looking down, I can see my World's Fastest Gamer race overall there. Guess we'll make our way out, or we'll stall. Good job, Jimmy. Good start. Right, you didn't see that. Out we go then. So this is actually my first time in RF2 in VR. So this is a new experience for me as it is now. Seems a little bit stuttery at the moment. Hard to tell. Yeah, I've been there. I've stood over there. It's interesting. This is a very weird experience. I stood up there during the start of the WEC race earlier this year. So handbrake is my pit limiter. And away we go onto the circuit then for VR in RF2 in the McLaren 650S GT3. Down to T1 or T2 I should say. Really, I can see where that curb is, getting a little bit of stuttering in frame right now, but again, recording tends to be quite taxing, especially when you're doing VR at the same time. Oh, a little bit tricky through there. Now onto the Wellington straight. Car feels pretty much how I expect this car to feel right now. A little bit skatey on the new tyres. Only got a little bit of fuel in the car as well, so it's not going to be the heaviest thing in the world. Oh, Jesus Christ, this thing has... Right, okay, that brake bias is pretty far back. Start it in reverse, can I? Nope, okay. This isn't going too well so far. Right, should we give that another go, shall we? This time let's not die. So, ABS, smash the brakes. Does it want blipping on the way down? I think it might do. I think it may want a little bit of blipping just to be nice through there. Nice through there even. Now into left field. Hug the curb on the inside. Aim for the outside curb. There it is. Accelerate. Nice. Now I know there was a little bit of discussion with track limits around here, especially at Stowe, so I'm going to be nice and careful first time through. We're all just on an outlap right now, so I'm not quite sure how the car's going to react. Cops, yeah, carry a lot more speed through cops than that. Car's a bit light at the rear end. I'm hoping as tyres come up to temperature a bit, that will fix itself. Max and Bex, oh my god, first time in VR. Oh Jesus, this is fast. Oh, okay, a little bit bad through there. See, I'm not quite up to where I want to be just yet. And of course, this is interesting coming to VR and RF2 because iRacing has a much more natural look to it. RF2 not as much, in my opinion anyway. So this feels a bit different than being in iRacing, I must say. So here's Stowe. Easy. Oh my god, there's a lot in the brakes, that I'm not harnessing yet. But that's my first outlap. Let's see if we can put in a decent time lap first of all and just see whereabouts we end up. Oh my god, this car is awful on the brakes. This is terrifying. Anyway, That aside, let's try and go fast and fail dismally. So, touch that. Wow. This is very difficult to drive. Well, I think I've found the reason as to why it's so difficult to drive. 51.8% front brake bias. Might be good to slow the car down super quickly for a hot lap, but I just cannot do that. So I'm going to have to put it forward, and put it forward quite a bit there, because I need to have the car not come around me in the brakes. I just can't do that. So let's give that a whirl, and I'll meet you on the flying lap. Okay, well, I just completed most of the outlap there, coming down the hanger straight now, and I must say this is a lot better on the brakes, but still very skittish at the rear. Still looking for any excuse to come round. As you see, there's an example of it there at Stowe, the rear end. Very stiff, it feels like. I might try and soften it up just a tad. I understand that, of course, there are different setups that are going fast and different setups that are going safe, but, like, I'm having difficulty just getting this round at the moment. Easy. Okay, good. If they're up to me, I think this should be a fixed setup race if we're looking for a driver. Well, I guess it's for a simulator, so maybe it's a good idea to have setups. Anyway, here we go then. So not the best launch out of the last corner. Coming down the T1. Fifth gear, little touch of the brakes into fifth gear, rear end sliding, and we are very wide. I've got to slow down a lot more than that. While locking the brakes so I can see why they're so far back. They'll lock at a moment's notice. Yeah, a little bit of curb there, but not necessarily that tidy through there. Luffield now, look for our exit. There it is, on the throttle, aim for it, touch it, good. Coming past now the old pit straight, see the fuel starting to wear down a little bit. Fuel usage is on this server. I'm not quite sure why for a hot lapping server, but it's not my competition. I'm going to use 4th through here first time through because I'm not too confident in 5th. It's like 4th gear anyway. Quite a big lift in this car. I guess I'm not running that much downforce, it feels like. I'll check downforce after this lap, I think. For Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, there you go. Yeah, definitely not running very much downforce at the rear there. Car is very loose indeed. But yeah, as I expected, rear wing is currently set to 1, so the minimum setting. Now, the thing that sort of puts me off is doing these sort of events, which is why I haven't really looked at it so far. It's my first time driving this McLaren around here for this competition, is that when you have setups that aren't fixed, you end up with these ridiculous setups. Even though there's not much to change, there's still enough to make the car very fast but very unstable. You would never race a car like this unless you were absolutely insane. I guess so. I'm just at the moment a little bit frustrated at my lack of understanding. It is very early on though, of course, but I'm gonna get back out there and I'm gonna wait now. I'm gonna come back to you until I actually do a full flying lap and get our first time on the board. I'm gonna try and get rid of this last corner for a change, not bloody spin it. Nice and wide, come in. There you go. Right, fast lap, here we go. T1, it's 4th gear for here. So we'll brake here, 4th gear in please. Rear of the car slidey a bit, I was a bit fast into there, but it's okay. 5th gear, now over to the left hand side of the circuit, heavy braking. Oh, car really not wanting to slow down there. Now bring it back in, a little bit more. I want to touch that curb really on the throttle as soon as I can be. Again, try and nice and smooth through here. Like I say that, I run over the curb. This car does not like the curbs on this setup. It's very, very sensitive to any sort of elevation change. Brooklands. We've got death curbs, I think. Cut back in for the end of Brooklands there. Not so slow, but not perfect. Luffield wide. Bring it in, please. There you go. Accelerate. Look for that mark on the left. There it is. Touch it. Now past the old pit straight again. Bring it nice and tight here. Not quite smooth coming out there. Now through Copson, a whole 5th. And a 4th in. Oh yeah, I'm not quite fast through there. I turned a little bit too early there. Doesn't matter though. Alright, let's try and go through Maggots and Beckett's in one piece. Making a straight line, 4th in. Nice, soft. 3rd in again, soft. 2nd, soft. Okay, good. Get on the throttle earlier there, definitely. A little bit tardy. And straight. Underneath this bridge, I've been across that. You can't see over the bridge when you're on the bridge. It's quite sad, but it's cool to know that I've been there. So easy. Again, turning in a little bit too early. Doesn't matter. And sound the throttle there. I'm wondering how far off I'm going to be. My initial goal is to get under 2 minutes. So we're going to do it this time by. We'll have a look when we go across the line. Just focus on getting this right. 3rd gear early. 4th gear early as well. There you go. Nice. Oh man, we're way over 2 minutes. That is a 2:03. 5/5 gear through here. Oh my god, the car does not react. I might try and put some wing on, you know. 5 seconds off Harlan Schönflight. Jesus Christ, that ain't a good start. Oh, much better. Messed up back though. And that. Carried more speed regardless though, just felt faster even though it was a bit sloppy. It's going to be a cut. No, it's not. Okay, so I can cut that. Thing is, you have to do it. If you can see somewhere to cut, everyone else is going to do it, so you've got to do it too. Where are we up? We were down. Okay, I guess it was a messy first sector. Jimmy again, just turning in far too early. Far too early. Oh, we gained a 10th. That's something, I guess. Free temps, not a bad improvement. So currently 2.6 seconds off the 2 minute barrier, which is where I want to be. I think a lot of that is braking at the moment. I'm not too happy on the brakes. I'm feeling a little bit nervous on the brakes. They aren't quite 100% where I want them to be, so I might move them forward just a little bit more. I was locking up though a couple of times, which is interesting, even with the ABS on. Oh, okay. So I had ABS off, and ABS is something that's a big advantage in this car, so I'm going to be turning that on. Also going to be turning traction control on too, because that's going to be an advantage too. So let's go out now and see what difference that ABS and traction control makes. Oh, I know I gained a hell of a lot of time down the brake, and we'll find out in a second how much it was. You go, already a 10th up. Not bad. Brooklyn's a little bit tired in the way, and we're still a good chunk down on arm, but I expect to be at this point. Traction control is now does a little bit more understeer into the setup, so maybe that's where the wing was so low. I carry speed through here and still wash it all off. I'm running a bit wide here and not getting off track, so what was that? That was going to be under 2 minutes, come on! Ah, not quite. 2 minutes, 0.8. And wide, a bit too fast there, but there you go, big improvement there with TC and ABS. Alright, so just exiting the pits, I made a couple of more setup changes. What I've done is I've put this setup back basically to what it was before I was running with ABS and traction control. So I put the brake bias back quite far to the rear. Sorry, I punched the mic there. And I've also put the rear wing back down to 1. So that's going to mean we're going to have a difficult time through T1, through Maggotts and Beckett's, etc. But we should have a bit more straight line speed and hopefully a bit more braking capability. The general rule of brake bias, and I say general rule because it isn't exactly true all the time, further forward you go on the brakes, the longer your braking distance, but the more stable and more likely you are to lock up the front brakes, of course. Move it further to the rear, the shorter the braking distance, but the more the likelihood is more of you hitting the brakes and the car sort of braking loose at the rear, under braking, because the rear tyres sort of you sort of do that. You sort of shuffle. It's very strange to go out and try it is what I'd say, but that's the sort of general rule. So brake bias being a bit further back, of course, we're probably going to slow down that a little bit quicker, but I'm going to have to put up with the rear end trying to kill me every time I get round to any sort of corner. So, you know, there are advantages and disadvantages from both brake bias perspectives. And as well, running less rear wing means we're going to have less downforce when braking. Now, I'm not quite sure what this thing has at the front in terms of downforce because it is not adjustable. But having downforce in braking, a very interesting way of explaining it is when, let's say you got in an F1 car, we aren't in one, but that's a good example. You come up to a heavy braking zone, you're coming from 200 mile an hour, and at 200 mile an hour you've got, let's say, 2.5 tons of downforce pushing the car down, helping you slow down. As you slow down, that downforce comes off because there's not enough air, there's not air pushing over the car anymore, and your sort of ride height raises a little bit. And as a result, the brakes are quite easy to lock. So what you tend to do in a downforce car is you apply the brakes hard at first and then come off them as you come into the corner, almost trail brake on the way in. And that is true to a lesser extent in this car, but of course with less downforce at the rear, the less that affects. Something just fell down there, no idea what that was, but we'll ignore that for now. And let's see what these changes have done for us, shall we? Now, I confess to not being much of a hot lapper. In fact, it's probably the thing that I enjoy least about sim racing. I enjoy doing sort of consistent race runs, etc. That's where I get the most pleasure out of chasing lap time. But these things, it's a nice change of pace every now and then to have a go at it. You know I'm not going to do particularly well, but it's always fun to have a stab and see where you match up over a single lap, because of course the E-peen is important to maintain. Understeer, trying to carry too much speed through then. Okay, didn't get the cut track there, that's good. Go so deep on the brakes with ABS, it's ridiculous. So, under 2 minutes. Still not quite, actually lost quite a lot of time in the last sector there, damn. Maybe I shoot third through there, I don't know. I like a decent Max and Beckett's. We're still quite close to our time, it seems. Being improved in the last sector. Quite wide at Stowe there, but we got away with it. And that was a decent last sector. Give me that sub 2 minute. We did improve though. Nice. So we're getting nearer to that 2 minute mark anyway. That time I had a bit more rear wing on and I was a bit more confident in the braking zones. I did quite royally mess up T1 and 2 though. So I'm going to go back out there in a second. Go and try T1 and 2, see if I can get that right. But otherwise, the car's starting to feel a bit more familiar, a little bit. I'm having to really ride the brakes for a long time into the braking zones, like a long time. That is the main way of doing it, so I guess I'll just keep doing that and try and get under that 2 minute marker. Then from there, I don't know how much further I can go, but we'll see what happens. As much speed as I can through there, but too much speed, who cares? Keep it going, yeah boy! Okay, that was tidy enough. If you forget T1 and 2, which I'm going to. Foot buried to the floor there. Back for that late apex. Nose just refusing to get in a bit there. So, 3 temps up. So that was a very good T. First set. Come on, that sub 2 is on. Let's not mess this up. Proceeds to drift cops. Whatever, keep going. Remember, third gear through here, not second. Probably should have held fourth a bit longer there, but it's okay. That was still pretty tidy through. That's got to be an increase. Half a second on. Come on, give me that sub 2. Come on. Don't bottle it now, Jimmer. I know you love a good bottle, but not here, mate. Oh no, on the grass on the way in, doesn't matter. Just about got away with that. Oh, understeer, that's going to cost us. That might be our sub 2 gone. Come on, sub 2. Oh, god damn it, Jimmy. That was yours, mate. You haven't got the fuel for another one. 2 minutes 1.1. So we've got a 10th to find. It is out there. We've got it on our summer best. We can get it on a proper lap if we try hard enough. Fuck. Oh, hi, Wall. Now, unfortunately, I haven't really got that much time left to commit to doing this competition. You know, I mean, realistically, I am not going to be winning this competition or probably being in the top 100 at this point. I just haven't got the time to dedicate to it. And also, I'm not very good at hot lapping. This is not what I'm good at at all. Like, I'm completely out of my depth here. So I'm going to do a couple more laps, try and get that sub 2 minute. I'm not sure if it's going to come or not, but all I can do is give it my best shot and I guess, well, aim for that 159.9. Unfortunately, I've got no sector, so I have no idea what I'm doing right now. The session has restarted since my last best time round here. There's Absi Kirchhoff in here. I'm going to take a guess it's him. He's a fast boy. Unlike me, the slow boy. That was late as I can break there. It felt okay. Sub 2 I'm not too sure about. We'll see in a second, I guess. Oh, it's going to be it. Surely, 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 surely. Oh, you're kidding me. I thought I had it then. Oh, god damn it. I headbutted the mic as well. Oh, farts. Well, that'll do. Let's see if we're up or down, shall we? We are about the same. Oh, whatever. Drifting is fastest confirmed. Where were we? So we're up by a minuscule amount. We'll set a good cups again. Well, goodbye my Sanders anyway. That will do. I hit the verf limiter there. That will cost me some time. Aggressive I can have these curbs. Helps and sort of turn the car a bit, and survey says, oh come on, we're on, come on, this could be it, give me that sub 2 please, don't mess up Stowe, Jimmy, don't bottle it please. No, 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 come on. Go little Macca! Take me to sub 2 glory, come on! Come on! Yes! It's only a 59.8 and I'm still a good 2 and a bit seconds and 1.5 seconds of being in the top 100. But oh my god, that felt like a win, that did. I know that that wasn't perfect. There are several places where I could gain time. There's probably, on my ultimate time, there's probably a high 58 in it, but I cannot extract that right now. Oh, Jesus. Well, there we have confirmation then of our 159.8. See the guys at the top doing 57s. I'm actually pretty damn slow in the grand scheme of things, but I'm happy. I'm happy with a sub 2. I'm having to hold the Rift here so you guys can see the screen. But yeah, world's fastest gamer isn't me. I can tell you that now. There are people out there who are just a lot faster than I am. I'm not good at doing that sort of thing anyway, so I didn't expect to do that well, but getting a sub 2 is good for me and I'm happy with that. But guys, I wish you the best of luck with this competition. Hopefully I get someone I know, make it through to the next stage so I can ride their coattails. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe to be notified of future videos. It's now raining very hard, so I'm going to go. Take care everyone, have an awesome day. See you all next time.